Hey, I'm old. And so is this channel, which I'm going to focus on talking about first, so if you don't care about that and just want to go to what I did in WoW, you can skip to that in the video, but I will love you less, just so you know. 17 years ago, on February 29th, 2008, 1 year after I started playing WoW, I made this channel. I made a video talking about my 18 years in WoW on Friday, and I really like the way that it turned out, so if you haven't seen that yet, make sure you do go check that out. But with this channel, over the last couple months, I've been called an OG YouTuber by a couple of people, and I guess I am. It kind of feels nice. I've posted a video on this channel every year except for 2023, which I didn't know until I checked for this video. And I'm kind of upset because had I known that, I would have just made a video that year and kept up the streak, but whatever. And I think I've talked about this before, but I'm just an overall very nostalgic person, and I'm so glad that I made this channel because it really is like a time capsule for me. Like, I can go back in time and just be in the moment of a part of my childhood that I loved. Or relive moments from my favorite eras in the game and just see people that I forgot about, or just re-experience stuff. And one of the things that's really cool is that you can actually hear me go through puberty on this channel. So this is the first video that I ever posted talking about how to install add-ons into WoW.
When that's in the search bar, write in WoW add-ons and hit enter, or Google search. Now the first 4 links that come up are the most important, the rest I don't use. The second one that I'm highlighting right now is of no importance, so don't bother going there.
And then this is like a year later.
Yeah, so after you kill those guys, just loot them, and then, of course, go to either which side, doesn't really matter. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but, for my last video, I'm actually pulling a lot more, instead of going half and half, like half all the people, I'm pulling like a whole side.
And then this is, like, I think a couple years after that.
This instance or raid is 3 manimal. As you can see, I'm doing it with myself, an arms warrior, not even using a shield, until midnight, ret paladin, and a healing shaman. I forget the spec.
So my voice hasn't really dropped a whole lot in tone over the years, but it has kind of changed. And it's just really funny going back and just listening to that. But for the most part, this channel has always been a guide channel. I've always loved teaching people things about the game or things in-game, and I still do, it's just I make those videos a little bit less these days. My mount guides are what actually put me on the map at first, because back then, most mount guides on YouTube just had some metal music slapped on top of it, and if you were lucky, there was some text on the screen to tell you what to do, but I was one of the few people making guides where I actually talked over the video and explained what you had to do, because that just wasn't that common back then, and people loved it, which is why those videos blew up. I also remember that when I was making my Naxx guides, I would go to the WoW wiki and edit the external links on the boss fights so I could link my raid guide there. And that really helped me out because people would see that because that was a pretty popular page at the time. And they would just go to my videos and see me explaining the fights, and it just blew up my channel a little bit more. And then when WoD came out, there wasn't anyone making quick guides for raids or dungeons. Fatboss was like the only channel making guides, and though their videos were great, they were like 45 minutes for every boss. I stand by the claim that I was the first person making quick boss guides on YouTube, but if that's wrong, then I was certainly one of the first to get popular doing that. My TLDR guides were a staple on this channel from WoD until BFA, and I'm pretty sure that the majority of anyone who watches me probably found me at some point during that era. These days, I'm just more interested in making conversational videos like the ones I'm doing now, which these videos are actually coming up on almost a year or two, so that's pretty exciting. I've got a Google Doc full of ideas, and I'm excited to get to all of them eventually. But yeah, just today and this week, I'm celebrating 17 years of making WoW videos. Over the last year, I've had this renewed energy towards making these videos, and my ultimate goal, which I've talked about, is to one day get that thing for 100,000 subscribers. I've wanted one for so long, but a long time ago, I just accepted that's not going to happen. But over the last year, I've kind of just refused to take no as an answer, so I'm going to get my 100,000 subscriber plaque. And when I do, I'm going to make a video crying about it, and all of you are going to watch it. So yeah, I just want to say that I appreciate anyone who watches these, whether you've been with me since I was a teenager trying to show you how to get Ashes of Alar, or when I was mini tank spot because I copied all of the raid guide videos, or when I was the fast talking, no breath in between sentences, get this video done as fast as possible to TLDR maker, or when I started making these videos talking about what I did last week. I say it at the end of all my videos, but I really do mean it. Thank you for watching, and I love you. I definitely love the people that are subscribed way more though. Also, just really quick, as I was going through some of my old videos just preparing for this, I was once again reminded of the Nickelback cover that I did of their Rockstar song. This was back in Wrath, and the parody is that I want to be in a better guild. I remember I put on the karaoke version of that song, put my microphone up to the speakers, and just started singing along to it. I cannot sing, it is an awful song, but the lyrics legitimately are good. To this day, whenever that song comes on the radio, I still sing my version of it. So if you want to hear a very bad parody with great lyrics, I'll leave that video and some other ones in the description box for you to check out kind of the history of my channel and some stuff I'm proud of. But last week I didn't really do a whole lot. I spent the majority of it just doing delves, doing dailies and stuff. Most of my time was spent doing pet achievements. And not that I've been burnt out on the game or that I don't like playing, but it's been the first time in a while since I felt like I need to get on right now. I need to be playing. I was so excited to wake up on Saturday, I think it was, and just go do more pet battle stuff. Which is a sentence that I never thought I would say. So I've just been working through that. I'm pretty happy with the progress I've made so far. And like I said last week, even though it is tedious to do a lot of the battle stuff, it's not as tedious as collecting, so I was able to kind of knock out a bunch of achievements, which I'll talk about in the achievement section. I'm probably not going to do as many pet battles in the next few weeks just because the new patch is coming out, but whenever I get back to it, I really don't think that it's going to take that long to get all of them done. It will take a while, but not that long. On Thursday, I was streaming to Twitch and YouTube, and if you haven't seen that, the VOD is up on this channel, so you can go watch that if you'd like. I did some time walking on the Druid there, did some more delves and some mount runs, and I actually got a mount that run, and it was Gmod. I was pretty excited. It was the last run of the day, and I got it from LFR Jaina, so I was pretty happy about that. This week I should be good for Wednesday, so if you want to come hang out for a bit, I'll be doing that around 2 o'clock Pacific. This week's stream is definitely going to focus a little bit more on the new patch, 11.1, that's coming out today. We've got ourselves a long maintenance, so hopefully it's not too long. I'm hoping to get all my IRL dailies done so I can just sit down and play all day today, as well as have less to do tomorrow before I stream. But like I've said before, I'm not really looking forward to this specific content, but I am looking forward to and am quite excited about there being new content. I'll just classify Season 1 as the launch of War Within till today. Overall, I liked it, I had fun. It definitely felt like it dragged on the last few months, I would say. But if this new patch in Season can keep me busy for about the same amount of time, I'll be happy. From there, I'll go into the achievements of the week. I was able to get 170 more points, and I'm ending it at 43,905. So specifically, there were a couple of Necrolord achievements I was able to get, starting with the Gangs All Here, which is just to craft all the constructs. And then with Chordy, I was actually able to get kind of lucky and get his Great Lucky Do from his stupid collection thing. I've been going back to my garrison the last couple of weeks and doing some invasions, and I was finally able to complete the 50 garrison invasion achievement. And then for pet battle stuff, there was a bunch. So I got the Shadowlands Safari achievement, which is to collect all the Shadowlands pets, battle in the Shadowlands to complete 14 pet battles in Shadowlands. I did the challenge dungeons for Wailing Caverns, Dead Mines, and Gnomergan, which is just to do the dungeons without healing or reviving. I think I did all of the Tamer achievements, which is for Cataclysm, Pandaria, Draenor, the Spirit Tamers in Pandaria, the Fabled Pandaren Tamers, and then of course the meta achievement of Taming Azeroth. And then through all that, I got the achievement for defeating 40 Tamers as well. I jumped into Mechagon and Nashatar and completed all of the special pet battles there, which got me the meta achievement for Team Aquashock. I went into the Timeless Isle and did the Celestial Tournament. After doing that, I was able to purchase one of the pets off of the vendor, which got me the Crazy for Cats achievement, which is just to collect 20 different cat pets, and I also got the Crazy Catman / Cat Lady title for that. And then lastly, I completed the Longest Day, which is to finish all of the pet battle daily quests. That one was pretty easy, it just took a while to get to all the places. So I'm definitely happy with the quantity of achievements I got this week and the progression I'm making in pet battles. The Xufu website that exists where you can just import all of your pets and then search up a fight, and then it'll take the pets you have and tell you, use this team and here's a script for it. That's been a godsend, and I'm so happy I found that because it's just so helpful, makes everything so much easier. Then moving into the mounts for the week, there were just 2 new ones. Like I said, I got Gmod from LFR. This is such a nice mount, and it's perfect for the Undermine as well, so I might fly around with this because it really fits the aesthetic, but we'll see. And then for the Gangs All Here, I got the Chosen Taralis. But that is it for me. That is everything that I did last week. That is the celebration of my 17 years on YouTube and my 18 years playing WoW. Let me know what's going on in your world, what you did last week, and what your thoughts are on the upcoming 11.1 patch. If you haven't seen the video where I talk about my 18 years on WoW, you can click the video that's on screen now. It's a fun little recollection of the journey up until Cataclysm for me. But anyway, I hope you have a fantastic week. Thanks so much for watching. I love you lots. I'll talk at you next week.